Hey, yo, it's E King Fight News, man. We're back. And Deontay Wilder, he's responding. Team Wilder, Shelly Finkel is responding to the claims that, they're hiding out somewhere, afraid of Anthony Joshua, which is ridiculous, by the way. Which is ridiculous. But this is what Shelly Finkel had to say on the issue. It's E King Fight News. And we got more on this. All right, salute the boxing scene. Finkel, Joshua fight will only become worth more for Wilder. Right? Now, this is what has been revealed from boxing scene. 4-fight deal, right? I was hearing 3 fights. This now says a 4-fight deal. Dazn's John Skipper offered. Reportedly would have been worth $120 million for Wilder's side. It would have included a long-discussed showdown with AJ, Anthony Joshua, and a heavyweight unification match. And a rematch, right? A heavyweight unification and a rematch and 2 other fights. The offer was obviously appealing. Al Heyman, Wilder's advisor, and his co-managers Finkel, J. Diaz, still believe that Wilder Joshua will ultimately become worth than the $40 million Wilder would have been paid to fight AJ. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Deontay Wilder got offered 2 flat rates from Eddie Hearn in 2018. One of them was about $12.5 million. And the Eddie Hearn, which was declined. Right? Right? He passed on that. And then he got a bunch of criticism for passing on 12.5. About a couple weeks later, Eddie Hearn made it $15 million. And Deontay Wilder said, fuck it. He said, fuck it. I want to make this fight happen. I'm willing to fight. Let's get it. Wilder accepted. And that's what Shelly Finkel references here in this article. So let's get into it. This is what Shelly Finkel had to say. First of all, I made the fight with Klitschko and Joshua. Finkel said Tuesday after a press conference. It was a 50-50 for their first fight. He's talking about Joshua fighting Klitschko. And the winner got 60-40 for the rematch. So that was. So, it's not that it can't be done. There was a precedence for it. Number 2, a year ago, we accepted $15 million flat from Eddie Hearn. We're now offered close to triple that. So he's only getting bigger. It's only going to be worth more. And when we wanted to make the fight with Fury, we didn't argue about the price. We didn't argue about the split. There's a big difference in the mindset of the handlers of Fury and Joshua. When they're not ready to not think that they own us, when they think they're ready to make a fight. What does he mean by that? When they're not ready to not think that they own us, when they think they're ready to make a fight. Remember, April 13th is set in stone. We're fighting at Wembley. That didn't happen. Okay, I get it. So basically, AJ was over dictating all the terms that he wanted for a Wilder fight, right? Wembley, April 13th. And I mean, we heard about the April 13th Wembley date way back when Eddie Hearn was saying he wanted to make the fight November, December, or maybe January. That's what he was saying. And then all of a sudden, he was like, oh, April 13th, Wembley, let's lock it in. And Wilder was just like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And remember, that actually never happened. Eddie Hearn said that day was set in stone, and it wasn't. And I mean, there's so many contradictions when it comes to these Hearns. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. They were never supposed to fight in New York, and then now guess what's happening? Josh was going to fight New York against Big Baby Miller, right? And a lot of that has to do with being aligned with the zone, right? Eddie Hearn had to deliver him something to stay on the payroll. So we're fighting at Wembley. That didn't happen. You can't fight by yourself. You need the right opponent. Obviously, Miller wasn't. So they came here, and they're fighting June 1st at Madison Square Garden. A lot less fans. So if you don't make up all these demands and commands, it becomes very different. So that's part of what Shelly Finkel's saying, you know, in terms of dealing with Fury and in terms of dealing with the Hearns, right? It's a whole different experience making a fight. So there's that. I mean, I kind of think that's, you know, as much as I want to say, you know, fuck Eddie Hearn, fuck Barry Hearn, these guys are hoes, get them the fuck out. As much as I want to say that, AJ's made it this far. AJ has made it this far fighting the guys who maybe he was supposed to, maybe he was, a lot of people thought he would lose to Klitschko, even on the UK side. A lot of them UK fans didn't trust AJ to beat Klitschko. But when he did, everything changed. When he did, everything changed. So, looking back on that, AJ Wilder, it needs to happen. Eddie Hearn is now saying it needs to happen. Right? Let's see what Eddie Hearn was. Eddie Hearn was talking his own little shit, man. Let's see what he had to say. It's King fighting. Alright, so now this is coming from Eddie Hearn. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder's teams have the responsibility to deliver the fight. So this is coming out of Sky Sports. Shout out to them. Anthony Joshua and Wilder's teams should try and make the undisputed fight this year, says promoter Eddie Hearn. Hearn had hoped to tie up a hugely lucrative deal for the fight before Joshua's own world title clash with Big Baby Miller. Wilder's backers, but once again, question whether Wilder's backers can finally agree to terms. I don't even know if it's Deontay Wilder or just the people around him. They don't want this fight, Hearn told Sky Sports. If they did, they'd take the fight. Offers have been made over the last year. They have trebled, actually. And I don't know. It's frustrating. All I know is Anthony Joshua will box Jarrell Miller June 1st. MSG. Wilder's boxing May 18th against 2 weeks earlier against Dominic Brazil. Actually, the guy who in his 17th fight with glandular fever, Anthony Joshua destroyed. He's gotta throw that in, huh? With a glandular... Get the fuck out of here, Eddie. With a glandular fever, man. Yo, Eddie Hearn, he remembers all this shit. He remembers when AJ was sick and he had to fight Dominic Brazil. Man, yo, for real, Brazil's the mandatory. You know? He happens to be the mandatory. We don't have to agree with it, but we have to accept it. Right? And is Wilder going to destroy Dominic Brazil? Well, that's what's supposed to happen. Is Anthony Joshua going to destroy Big Baby Miller? Well, guess what? That's what's supposed to happen. But this is boxing. And a lot of the times it doesn't go the way we think it's going to go. A lot of the time, you really never know how things are going to play out. Right? Then Tyson Fury will box June 15 in America. Those big three are all tied up for the summer. We've just got to keep trying. There's nothing more we can do than just keep trying. It's extremely frustrating. But like I said, it looks clear now what those big three are doing this summer. And it's our responsibility. And I hope they understand the responsibility to give this fight fans what they want, which is the biggest fight in world boxing. All right. So, you know, what's likely going to happen? We got what's likely going to happen here. I mean, Joshua's going to be in what could be a tough fight with Jarrell Miller. Deontay Wilder may be in a tough fight. Maybe it's a tough fight. It probably isn't. But we don't know what Dominic Breazeale's going to come to the table. Maybe this guy's going to be all juiced up. We really don't know. Right? Who knows? You know, he hooks up with Memo Heredia. He hooks up with fucking Victor Conte, and we see a new Dominic Breazeale. Like, we really don't know. But you know what? What we do know is AJ did knock out Breazeale earlier on. Wilder's a bigger puncher than AJ. Wilder's a more explosive puncher than AJ. Wilder has underrated punch accuracy. And Wilder's got a right hand that'll knock anybody the fuck out. So Breazeale is going to have a hard time avoiding that shot. And once it lands, we all know what fucking happens. Tyson Fury knows what happens. You know, firsthand, he knows what happens. And expect this to be an early night for Deontay Wilder, live on Showtime. That will be very entertaining. The aftermath is what will be even more interesting, because Wilder has decided to say, you know what? Let me take care of Breazeale, and then send me them real offers. Send me them real offers. It's gonna be one from ESPN to fight Tyson Fury, and there may be another bag coming from Dazn, or it might be an offer coming from Wilder to make an AJ fight. We really don't know. But it seems like Wilder's looking for a mega offer after he takes care of Breazeale. And we're going to see how it plays out. For now, you already know what it is, man. It's King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more boxing news, updates, debates. Remember where you heard it first, right here. And y'all know what it is, man. King Fight News. Peace out, guys.